chosen ones, empaths, it comes a point in all narcissistic relationships, right, where our supply starts to dwindle, it starts to fade away, you know, and they get in their stupid, deranged minds that we're not doing enough. So they'll begin to tell us that we're not doing enough. They'll try and exploit us for every ounce of energy we have left and try to wring us dry to get anything out of us. Okay? They will do this full on, you know? It's just natural that it's natural our supply goes. It's natural our supply lessens because of the narcissist. But they do something very clever. They do something very clever indeed. Okay? And the narcissist discards you, so you begin to idolize them. Okay? They wanted to change you. When your supply was running out, they wanted to change you. But when it wasn't working, when they was trying to change you, when they was trying to mold you and shape you into being a subservient person towards them, they thought, okay, let me go for another option. Let me go cold. Let me push them away. Let me make them beg for me. And they convert that supply of the relationship supply that we once used to give them into a supply where we begin to idolize them and wish for them back. And we're in so much pain. And we're crying. And we're not eating. And we're not sleeping properly. And they do this to us. And we do actually idolize them for a point. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Now, the narcissist will take the back seat now. They're seeing us idolize them. They'll take the back seat. They'll say, no, I'm not interested. I don't want you back. They'll push you away. They'll keep pushing you away and pushing you away, you know. And we're just trying to solve everything. We just want to be back with them. We're having dreams about them. We don't even know they're a narcissist. We're just like, what caused this ending of a relationship? We just don't understand how from 1 minute we was happily married or happily in a relationship, and next minute we're in the skip, in the dump, in the lowest point that we feel like, you know, and we're very confused, disorientated. We don't know which pursuit to follow because we're trying to solve things and they're not having it. Okay, and this is where the narcissist, their little clever plan of discarding us so we idolize them, you know, making us suffer with codependency, making us miss them. Okay, this actually does change us. This does actually change us for a time. We're stuck in this rut. It's up to you how long you stay in this rut, right? It's not up to you. Inevitably, you'll come out of it, but some of us stay in the period longer than others, okay? Where we're missing them, where we want them back, okay? But it doesn't last too long. I made a video the other day on the dumper's remorse. If you want to check that out, how the dumper feels guilty. But if you want to check that out, it's quite useful. Not guilty, but a self-absorbed guilty from the narcissist perspective. Okay? So at one point we was missing them, we was chasing after them, we was pursuing it with all our passion and everything like that. But we eventually hit a point because we was running up against the brick wall time and time again. The person's not reciprocating us. They're not trying to solve things. They're not letting us in. And we kind of get this realization, it's over. We get it. We get the message. Finally, it's over. And that's when we get that message that it's over and we're not going to be back in their lives. That's when we start to get on our journey and start healing. And the longer path we go down in this journey of healing, not rushing out into other relationships too quickly, you know, and we really try and heal, we'll eventually hit that point when we're not interested in them no longer. And this is the catch-22 of their little clever plan. And what I mean by catch-22, I'm sure you know what a catch-22 is. It's like you do an action, but as a result of that action, there's something that messes you up. It's a catch-22. Now, their catch-22 of pushing us away, so we idolize them. We actually idolize them to such a high point, but then we begin to resent them. We begin to dislike them. We begin to actually hate them because we tried so hard to solve it from the empathetic people that we are. We tried to solve the relationship issues. We were hitting that relationship with the answers to solve it, but they kept pushing us away. They kept pushing us away, and they kept pushing us away. Why did they keep pushing us away? Because they wanted that little bit more supply, that little bit more, that little bit more, that little bit more, right? That's what they wanted. They kept pushing us away. They just said, give me another, give me another, give me another, yeah? That's what they said, like they're going for rounds of drinks, you know? They kept saying, let me get a little bit more. Let me push them away one more time. Let me push them away one more time. I don't know how long you've been chasing. I pursued and chased for a substantial amount of time. I went overdue. I made the mistake. And only going through the mistake, sometimes we actually learn our lesson. But if you've come across this video, you've done a little bit of chasing, or you've chased a lot, regardless, use this video to help you understand that the narcissist is taking you for a ride. And the whole discard, the whole breakup, everything that everything that it is contained of to do with the breakup was actually a lie. It was actually made so you idolize them. And this is what they're doing. As you know, I'm sure you all know that the narcissist is never done with you. They're putting you on the shelf. They want to keep a continuous supply from you, even if they've got a new supply. They wouldn't mind texting you. They won't mind looking at your social media. They want some form of supply from you still. But they do this discarding you so you idolize them, to empaths and to chosen ones, to say, right, let me send you out in the world by yourself without me. Let me see how you cope. Because through the process, they made us codependent upon them. So then we don't realize. So when we're out in the open by ourselves for the first time, after 10 years or 5 years or however long, 3 years, 2 years, even if a year, yeah, regardless, we've been love bombed, we've been devalued, we've been abused, and we're codependent, and we don't know we're abused, and we're so lost without them. That's why it's so painful. I get your pain. Trust me, I've been through it. You don't know where to turn. You're actually lovesick. You think you don't know. You think you've got post-traumatic stress disorder. It's crazy the pain you go through. But when you actually know that the person put you through all of this suffering just to make you want them more, it's like, wow. That's how deluded they are. And this comes from their own insecurity as well. Because when we was losing supply, we wasn't going to run out on them. We would have probably stayed with them till the end of time. But they thought, oh, they're losing interest in me. Oh, their supply's running out. They can't figure it out. They can't empathize. They can't see we're tired. You know, I've already spoke about the sleep deprivation. You know, they deprive us of sleep. You know, they'll do all sorts of things, depriving us of sleep, messing with our food. You know, thought they were losing us. You know, when our supply started to run out, they thought they were losing us. So they hatched a plan. You know, they discarded us to make us idolize them. But it didn't last. They thought it would last forever, us chasing them. They wanted to change us. They did change us. And initially they changed us into exactly what they wanted us to be. Very codependent, very searching for them, But as we go on our healing journey, right? As we go on our healing journey, we won't no longer miss them anymore. And we'll no longer be suffering with codependency. And we'll no longer want them back in our lives. So this is the catch-22 of their little plan that they do. And the narcissist runs into many catch-22s. They think they have the best sinister plan, and then they run square into a wall, right? Just like that wall we was running into when we was trying to solve it for them. Yeah? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Karma will come back in a way and give them exactly what they dug onto you, exactly what they poured forth onto you. So just remember, right? The narcissist wanted you in this state. The narcissist wanted you to idolize them. The narcissist wanted you to beg them back. The narcissist hatched a plan, and it's why when you tried to solve things, it didn't work out. So anyway, I'll leave the video there. Please press the like and the subscribe button. And if you do want a one-to-one session, you can find the details in the description box. Anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.